Hi friends, Kim Watson here with a new mixed media process video for Hip Kit Club using the December 2017 kits. What I'm going to do is add some gesso to a piece of navy blue cardstock. The brand I used was Claudine Helmuth. It is just plain white gesso. This particular quality is beautiful and creamy. It swipes on really easily. It's a great product, especially when you're doing what I'm doing. I'm literally just took a piece of a credit card and I'm doing loose broad swipes across the page using different thicknesses of gesso because I want that really great textured puffy effect once it's dry. And then obviously once it's dry, it'll be a really nice base for my other mixed media, which I'm planning to do afterwards. Now what I wanted to do was add some nice splatters. The easy way to do this is I just wiped the excess gesso off my credit card onto a piece of packaging, sprayed a nice puddle of water onto the plastic to make sure that it's nice and runny. I was just testing the texture of the actual paint. And then you hold the plastic over the page and you just flick off the edge of the packaging. It gives you nice random big gloops of paint, and as you can see now that it's dry, the effect is gorgeous. I'm now activating the creamies from Shimmer's paint. This paint gets activated with water, so it comes dry, but once you add your water and you allow it to sit for a little while, it then obviously loosens up all the pigment. So I've put it one side. What I'm using now is an acrylic gel medium together with the now activated creamies, which is incidentally hot berry. I grabbed a paintbrush full, and now what I'm doing is just blending it all together, smushing it around to make sure that it's blended well and there's good paint coverage or sort of pigment coverage. This is going to be the medium that I'm going to use with that gorgeous stencil, which is from Jelly Bean Soup. And you'll find that using the gel medium, it just gives the creamies a better base. It makes it more textured and thicker, but once dry, gives that gorgeous satin finish, which also looks great on top of the matte gesso, white gesso background. I wasn't exactly happy with that pink color. It didn't match the color of the ephemera from the Vicky Burton pack, which I'm going to be using. So added a little touch of yellow. I used Hold the Mustard from Shimmer's paints. It is a pasties product, but these two products, the creamies and the pasties, blend really well together, so it doesn't matter that they're different product types. And here what I'm doing is I'm just randomly pushing the gel medium through the stencil to give a nice pattern on top of the white gesso onto the cardstock base. There's no real technique. I wanted a slightly asymmetrical vibe, so I've made sure that it's heavy in design on the top left and on the bottom right. You'll notice as well, you can't really see it so well in the video, but because it's smushed through onto the back side of the stencil, it's actually left a really nice like shadow impression of the stencil underneath, and in real life it looks really great. It gives you this gorgeous floral shine on top of the navy blue as well. I thought maybe the pink needed a little bit more accenting, so grabbed the coloring spray, the pink stilettos, and splattered that around for some more color accent. Now my base is ready for my layering. I took this gorgeous piece of paper that came in the December kits and isolated the green stripe out of the paper. I wanted to focus on quite a limited color palette, so chose the purple and the mint and the pink, which obviously coordinates really well with the navy. I have my photo, which I'm now matting onto a few layers of pattern paper. The one is the craft, being a nice neutral, and the other one is that gorgeous graphic loosely painted leaf and frond paper, which came in the kit. All these papers are from crepe paper. Here what I'm doing is I'm just layering the ephemera. I focused on the flowers to start with. They were quite big and knew that they would work really well as the base element for the layering. So popped one under the top right hand corner of the little cluster and the bottom left hand corner of the cluster to get some good weight and balance. I'm now using smaller bits, not only to just to help with interest, but I'm working on creating sort of little bouquet clusters both sides. Again, you'll notice that my color palette is quite limited. I'm sticking mainly to the greens, purples and pinks, which work really well with those neutral papers. Aren't those little clips the cutest? They're really, really good quality. They glossy cardstock, and then obviously if you want, you can either slip it under and use it as an accent like I have on an ephemera, or as a clip like I did with the little bird. Here what I'm doing just in terms of balancing the page out with a top left cluster, which is at the top obviously the little stripe panel. I'm layering some of those cute patterned feathers which came in the Vicky Boughton ephemera pack, together with some of the sentiment stickers, which is also from Vicky Boughton. The green items are from Pink Fresh Studio. They just bring a nice bit of graphic punch to the layout. There's nothing better than a few enamel dots to really make the page, I don't know, just there's something about the 3D accents which just make it really work well. A little bit of bling, understated bling I suppose. Yeah, I'm just fiddling a little to make sure that the balance is exactly right. As I've mentioned before in some of my previous videos, I do not add adhesive as I'm going along, just in case I'm not happy with something, and then I can at least go back, shuffle it around, make sure that everything is exactly the right position before I start adding adhesive. Don't those little cork stars look fabulous? I love the fact that, again, the neutral color and the understated pattern add another visual triangle within the design. It just helps add a little weight. I was so unsure about that little pink strip that I added on the bottom left corner there. I added it, then I took it away, and I added it again, and you'll see eventually I actually took it away. I wasn't sure if it actually worked for the design. I was worried it distracted a little. I don't know what you guys think. Should I have left it in? Here I'm just trying a few options from that lovely sticker sheet. Incidentally, the thing that's so cool about this particular sticker sheet from Vicky Boughton is that she included little tiny journaling strips, but they were already cut up into bits, so you could use them like journaling, exactly like I did. So you didn't have to take your scissors and snip it. They were already pre-snipped, which I thought was really cool. That was the crepe paper sticker sheet, but I couldn't really find anything that worked with the vibe that I was trying to achieve, so just left them off. Here I'm adding some more little tiny blingy bits. They are the Pink Fresh Studio puffy stars, which came in this gorgeous variegated sheet. So not only do you get beautiful colors, but you get different sizes and different types of stars. It's such a cool idea. I think it's fab, especially if you're trying to create that layered look. These are the gold foam glitter thickers that came with the December kit. I adore the fact that the alphas come in different sizes. So I didn't really have much room here, so was really happy that they had the smaller alphas, and of course, look at that, the word always fits in perfectly. It was tailor-made. Again, just a little bit of gold bling. Again, just adds a little bit of sparkle, something special to the page. I love understated interest. So here my page is completed. I don't know if you can see in this video, but I took black thread and machine stitched all the way around to try and reduce the warping. As it turns out, it actually was quite successful, so it definitely helped. Here what I'm doing is I'm starting to add adhesive. I thought I'd show you a few of the bits being stuck down. I use a combo of liquid adhesive. It's stencil adhesive, so if it dries tacky if it isn't adhered to anything, but if it obviously goes on two surfaces, then it dries permanent. It's quite a cool idea. And then obviously the 3L foam puffy squares, which I don't think I could ever live without. I use a gazillion of those things. Gratefully, over the years, I've been sponsored with so much adhesive that I have truckloads of it. So I feel quite spoilt, and in that I can use it quite liberally on a design. Although if the adhesive is placed correctly, you don't need very much to get the whole page to stick together. I'm using a gel souffle pen from Sakura. As you can see, it works really well on the dark background. Just nice for a change to use a dark background as opposed to a pale white background, which I think can get quite boring. I know that it's real trendy right now, but hey, I love the idea of the black. What I did is I just used my heat gun and set the gel ink. Now I'm using a ruler and I'm just drawing some lines. I prefer the structure of journal lines. So yeah, thank you, I'm all done. I hope you enjoyed that. Here are some close-ups with some of the details. Be sure to check back on my channel. I'm determined to add more process videos each week, so thanks. Have a great day. Bye-bye.